Hey YouTube, it's me. I wanted to talk to y'all about certain things that have been I guess been on my mind, and I really need to get them off my chest. One of those things were was how a lot of black people react to a lot of the hatred that comes towards us that has been instilled in the system and is in the spirit of this country. Um, one of them being that a lot of, you know, dudes would just start screaming, emotional things and getting all loud, and that'd be one of those things, just getting all loud and screaming in the police's face. And I feel that, that's we got to end that. That's just a waste of time. They already told us what time it is. You know, that we are that they're together. They don't cross the blue line. You already know. If you don't know, the blue line is when the police officers uh, stand together, they stick together, and they don't, give each other up. That's what they're fighting to keep. They're fighting to protect the blue line. They're not fighting for justice. It's the same thing as when we talk about religion, and we're all talking about praying to God, but black people, how are we worshiping the same God these people are? These people are, worshiping like the devil or something, in order to get away with doing these kinds of things and explaining these kinds of things, you know, they use religion to cover it up. And they've taught us the same religion. So how are we worshiping the same person, They're worshiping this God, and they've passed on these teachings and use the Bible to explain, slavery and injustice and things like that. And they've, maxed themselves as good people that feel that they should talk to us any type of way and treat us any type of way, and that we are beneath them, so we deserve it. So just same with that, we gotta start getting our game up. We gotta stop being emotional and realize what it is. We gotta realize that it's you gotta stop being emotional. You gotta realize we gotta use logic. We gotta go through these laws and legislation and start breaking them down and realize who's on our side. We gotta realize the lawmakers and those who pass these laws, like the no-knock warrant, stop and frisk. These judges, racist judges that give black people harder sentences and refuse to convict white people who commit the same crimes or similar crimes. You know, like Brock Turner. He was given like 3 months for raping an unconscious girl. That's complete. Like, that's a joke. You can't have two justices in this country, and this year is showing that this is where we're at. This is the turning point. But yeah, we have to stop being emotional about that. We got to get down and start doing the dirty work. We got to stop being lazy. We got to vote with the conscience. We can't just scream out, just vote Democrat. Nah. We got to start looking to other parties and putting our power behind these parties. You know, fuck Biden, and he ain't about to bring nothing different. So anybody black who's on that side is stupid. You're an Oreo black if you out here talking about what's Biden gonna do. He's gonna do nothing. He ain't shit. He's got a long 40 something year legacy of doing nothing since like 1969. 50 years. He's been in politics since 69. And he has done nothing truly to benefit black people. And in fact is the one that, put a lot of work into the crime bill and wording it. And the thing with the crime bill is a lot of trickery in the crime bill that made it seem like it was, stopping violence against women and, locking up all these drug dealers and things like that. When really it was a racial disparity thing that they could use to lock up black people who've been caught with crack a lot quicker than white people who are caught with cocaine. If you're black and you're caught with, I forget the measurement, but if you're black and you're caught with a certain amount of cocaine, you can get way more time than someone white caught with a good, amount of cocaine, which is like what? And some of y'all saying, well, It doesn't matter, drugs are bad, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, crack is cheap, you know, and a lot of people don't have any other way to make it. And it's not right, but you know, you're already fucking over people who are already helpless to begin with, and that's how you think, you're bringing about justice. It's really not. You're really playing a little trick game and, acting like you're some type of, beneficiary to black people. You're not, You're only a beneficiary to the bougie ones who kiss your ass all the time to stay in the high positions that they're granted to, be gatekeepers to black people. And they're the next ones who got to go. All these, Kamala Harris ain't shit. Already, she already is a cop, and it also has a history against black people. She's another one. Stacey Abrams, she's gonna be another one. If anyone who Joe Biden endorses, they ain't it. Um, Maxine Waters, she's been in California a long time. Black people over there, they're homeless to record levels. It's ridiculous, man. Like the levels out there is just becoming third worldish, and there's all kinds of problems with illegal immigrants coming over there and pushing into those areas. And before you know it, it's the way they're pushing it, they're gonna replace black people in California. So, you can thank the gatekeepers pretending to be our friends, and going behind our back and backstabbing us and doing things to benefit other groups of people at the expense of our community for that, and creating all these disparities in our community. And this is where we're at. We need to start calling people out. We need to start calling, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, all these fake Democrats. They're not even good for white people either. They're screwing over a lot of people. The Republicans are no better either, but everyone should know that. They're more blatant about it. The Democrats are the snake type. They turn around and, pretend they, care about us and da 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 da, and give us a bunch of lip service and get, put on kente cloth, and then they turn around and, sign some other blue alert, bill that protects police and makes the blue line stronger, It makes the blue line stronger, and that's not what we're gonna have. We need to watch these these bills that are getting passed. We need to keep an eye on these judges and, like I said, these lawmakers, and make sure that they're not sneaking in certain verbiage. And I'm definitely gonna read up on the lynching bill that they were trying to pass. Making sure there's no